Hello, welcome to HCC MovieMakers Academy Movie Reviews. I'm Erik Calderon.
And my name is Nguyen Lee, and today we're reviewing Fantastic Four. So, Fantastic Four, this one is the fourth attempt on the Marvel's most oldest superheroes. And anyway, so here we are, again, telling the stories of how Reed Richards, Sue Storm, Johnny Storm, and Ben Grimm become Mr. Fantastic, the Invisible Woman, the Human Torch, and what's that guy's last name? Oh, The Thing. So, what did you think about the movie, Erik?
Well, first I'm going to go into a little bit technical aspects. Like, the film was shot on an Alexa, which is another digital film. I couldn't find any budget information, but I'm guessing like it's got to be more than $100 million.
Well, sure thing. It's $122 million actually,
122,
which is a very high number for a director like Josh Trank, whose previous credit is only one film, which is also superhero related. That is Chronicle.
And talking about directors, who are the actors?
Oh, our actors here, we have four very young and very charismatic actors as well. We have Miles Teller, who recently got the attention of Hollywood and pretty much everyone else in Whiplash. Kate Mara, who starred in Transcendence, and fun fact, she's the older sister of Rooney Mara. Michael B. Jordan, who also starred in Chronicle previously with Josh Trank, and we also have, who is it? Jamie Bell. Jamie Bell, who you either know him as Tintin or as that talented young actor who always has the misfortune of acting in movies that didn't perform well, like Jumper.
And the movie was shot in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, which is really interesting because they got all those great tax credits and all that stuff.
All right.
But now, so what did you think? What did you like about the film?
Well, I love the film, the fact that it tries to do something very refreshing. For example, I know two things in particular. The first being that it delves into these people, before they become what they are, and which is very enjoyable because when the film begins, there's an innocence to it, which is great because this is a superhero movie. This is a big franchise tentpole film.
That's what I liked about it. I mean, I really liked the fact that it really spent a lot of time developing the characters. And I got to know the characters.
Yes.
And actually, when I was in the movie, at one point I was like, "Wow, this is a really long movie." This is gonna be a very long. That's what I like going into it. Is wow, this is gonna be a very long movie. But how long was the movie?
100 minutes.
Yeah,
it was just 100 minutes.
It was a killer. Yeah. So what else did you not like about the film?
I don't really like the film because of that very thing that I liked as well, because it's so different. It tries to do something different against what you already know about superhero films. So it turns out to be a very strange taste experience, kind of like when you watch it. And the story was executed in a way that it's very cold, it's very distant, it's pretty much similar to the setting. It keeps you at an arm's length. It doesn't really want to embrace the audience, and it's just very choppy.
Well, I love the way the film started. And it started in a classroom with a kid.
Yes.
And I was like, wow, I was like, where is this going? Because this is, for Fantastic Four, I mean, you're thinking, and then I heard a lot of people say, I don't like the actors because they're so young, but if you watch the film from the beginning, you're going to understand why they're so young,
right?
And that's what I liked about it.
And I mean, like I said, these are all good actors, but unfortunately, they seem like they don't want to be in this film. Really? Or it's just that they don't really belong in that space somehow. It was just cold.
Well, I disagree with you because I like the acting. I thought the acting fit very, very well because we're talking about geniuses. So their awkward acting, to me, actually fit in perfectly with the story. And I love the cinematography was awesome.
Oh yes, and speaking of the cinematography, the cinematographer is Matthew Jensen, who also worked with Josh Trank on his previous film Chronicle, which, if you remember, was a handheld film.
Completely different.
It was completely different, but the transition is so great. It feels like they belong in that space, I
thought it was amazing.
Yes.
Yeah. And then one of the things I didn't like about it was the way the climax and the end of the story and kind of like the beginning of the story was packed up into the end of the film.
Right. It feels either very rushed or it feels like they just want to end it. They can't.
Yeah.
They
It was
can't
like
really go anywhere
they had like
anymore.
a budget. You know, it seemed like they had to cut on the budget and they had to shift everything into all the
Yeah.
action scenes into very quick time.
Yeah,
You know?
and actually, just this morning, Variety reported that Josh Trank posted on Twitter that this is not the film that he wanted to make.
yeah.
Fox meddled with it, and now we have this crappy version that is being lambasted by critics.
So how would you rate it?
I would rate it as the number in the title, but being
4?
so,
You'd give it a 4?
yeah, but
No way. Yeah.
well, that's what happens. I have high expectations for this film, but it turns out to be like the major disappointment of the year. So,
Wow. Well, I'd give it a 9. I enjoyed it.
okay.
I really enjoyed the film. I mean, I just think the ending was a little packed, but I really enjoyed it. Well, I guess that concludes our show here today. We're brought to you by HCC TV and the HCC Filmmaking Program. We love films. If you love films, please visit our website, sign up for a class, and enjoy the art of filmmaking.
Yep.
And YouTube channel?
YouTube channel, yes. We also have a YouTube channel where you can watch reviews like this, and like we recently have 100 uploads already, so come on in.